Yehovah Nitzachon, Yehovah of victory. Yehovah Elohei, Yehovah Nitzachon. Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Please fill me and lead me and cover me and stir me and speak through me with your Ruach HaKodesh, that I may speak your written words with boldness and humility to those who listen. I ask all these things in Yeshua Mashiach's name. Amen. We'll start with the Shema. Listen and obey. Children of Yehovah, pay careful attention and respond. Yehovah is our power and authority. Yehovah works in unity with himself, and you shall act upon your love to Yehovah with your power and authority, with your thoughts and mind, with your entire body, and with all the muchness that you have. Yeh-ho-VAH. And behold, now behold. 2 Chronicles chapter 13. It was in the 18th year of King Yehovah that Yehovah began his reign over Yehudah. He ruled 3 years in Jerusalem. His mother's name was Micayahu, the daughter of Uriel, from Givah. There was war between Yehovah and Yehovah. Yehovah joined Elephtah the battle with the army of valiant soldiers, 400,000 select troops, while Yehovah took the field against him with 800,000 select troops who were valiant, strong men. Yehovah, standing on Mount Zemaraim in the hill of Ephraim, cried, Yehovah, all Israel, listen to me. Don't you know that Yehovah, the God of Israel, gave rulership over Israel to David forever, to him and his descendants by a covenant salt, which is unbreakable? Yet Yerovam, the son of Nevat, servant to Shlomo, the son of David, rose in rebellion against his Lord. There rallied around him worthless brutes who were too strong for Rehoboam, the son of Shlomo, to withstand when he was young and inexperienced. Now you expect to withstand the kingdom of Yehovah in the hands of the descendants of David. Yes, there are great numbers of you, and you have with you gold calves that Yerovam made as gods for you. Yes, you drove out the Elephtah Kohanim of Yehovah, the Elephtah descendants of Aaron, and the Leviim, and you made yourself priests, as do the peoples in other countries, so that anyone who comes to consecrate himself with young bull and 7 rams can become a priest of those non-gods. But we are different. Yehovah is our God, and we have not abandoned him. We have Kohanim performing the service for Yehovah, descendants of Aaron. With the Leviim doing their work, they burn to Yehovah every morning and every burnt offering and sweet incense. They arrange the showbread of the pure table, and then prepare the gold menorah with its lamps to burn every evening. For we observe the Elephtah order of Yehovah our God. But you have abandoned him. So look here, God is with us, leading us with his Kohanim and the battle trumpets to sound the alarm against you, people of Israel. Don't fight against Yehovah, the God of your ancestors, because you will not succeed. But Yehovah prepared to Elephtah ambush them from behind, so that the main body was ahead of Yehudah while the ambush was behind them. Thus when Yehudah looked back, the battle had to be fought in front of them and behind them. They cried to Yehovah, and the Kohanim sounded the trumpets. Then the men of Yehudah gave forth a shout as the men of Yehudah shouted. God struck Elephtah of Yerovam and all Israel before Yehovah and Yehudah. The people of Israel fled before Yehudah, and God handed them over to them. Yehovah and his army inflicted a great slaughter on them. 500,000 of Israel's select soldiers fell dead. Thus the people of Israel were subdued that time, and the people of Yehudah won the victory, because they relied on Yehovah, the God of their ancestors. Yehovah pursued Yerovam, taking from the towns of Elephtah Bet-El with its Elephtah villages, Elephtah Yeshana and with its villages, and Elephtah Ephraim with its villages. Yerovam did not recover his strength during the time of Yehovah. Finally, Yehovah struck him, and he died too. But Yehoyahu grew strong. He married 14 wives and became the father of 22 sons and 16 daughters. Other activities of Yehovah, together with his ways of doing things and his sayings, are recorded in the commentaries of the prophet Iddo. Yehovah slept with his ancestors, and they buried him in the city of David. Then Asa, his son, became king in his place. During the time, the land was quiet for 10 years. How can we learn to love our Creator after reading this fascinating 13th chapter? of 2 Chronicles. We can love Yehovah by standing firm when others turn away from truth. Love Yehovah by trusting His power, not your position. Love Yehovah by fighting battles His way, through obedience and prayer. How can we love our neighbors as we love ourselves and as Yeshua loves us? By encouraging others to return to covenant faithfulness and to trust in Yehovah's deliverance. How can we bear one another's burdens? By standing in prayer for those surrounded by spiritual enemies, believing Yehovah will defend them. What are the top 3 fruits of the Spirit found? 1. Faith. Yehovah honored Yehuda's trust in him when they were outnumbered. 2. Courage. King Abijah declared faith before the enemy's army. 3. Victory. Yehovah himself struck down Israel's army for abandoning his covenant. What is the Hebrew word that encapsulates this chapter? Neet-sah-CHON. Victory, triumph, endurance. Verse 18. The men of Yehuda prevailed because they relied on Yehovah, the God of their fathers. How can we find Yeshua in the scriptures? Yeshua is the covenant defender who brings victory to those who trust in him. The battle's turning point mirrors how Yeshua wins through faith and obedience, not force. The trumpet of priests foreshadows the resurrection call of Messiah's triumph. What is the mitzvah response, Torah-based? Mitzvah, Exodus 14, verse 14. Yehovah will fight for you. You need only to be still. A response might look like this: I will remain steadfast, knowing Yehovah brings victory to those who trust in his covenant. Hebrew declaration. Yehovah, hu ha-noten, Nitzachon la avadav, ha-ni-imanim. Yehovah gives victory through his faithful servants. We'll end with the Aaronic blessing using the name. Yehovah will kneel before you presenting gifts, and he will guard you with a hedge of protection. Yehovah will illuminate the wholeness of his being toward you, bringing order, and will provide you with love, sustenance, and friendship. Yehovah will lift up the wholeness of his being and look upon you, set in place all you need to be whole and complete. Shalom, shalom.